hope everybody is having a wonderful day. We are streaming from StreamYard, which means that if you haven't already, please do let StreamYard know who you are so that when you comment, we can see what it is that you're saying, who is actually watching us, and that everything is okay. I'm just going to double check, like I always like to do, Nick. I'm just going to double check that we are actually live in the group because I can never tell whether these things work, and it's good to just have a little look online and make sure that we are actually there. Yes, we are. We're there, and people are watching. Emily's here. Hi, Emily. Hello, hello. How are you today? How is everyone doing? We're here for our amazing audience attractors interviews. Today we're here with the beautiful Nick Davies, who has done audience attraction more than once and is and is about to bring out probably the most anticipated and exciting book ever. So we really are quite excited to share with you our kind of lunchtime chats. Now, this is quite casual. I'm just going to talk to Nick, and if you guys have any questions, please do add them on. Hi, Facebook user. We don't know who you are. Is this the same person? Is it our Ruth? Hi, Ruth, if it's you. And I will pop questions and your comments up on the screen whilst we're talking as well. So hello. Good lunchtime, everybody. How are you, Nick? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. We're a little bit different today because the school's on strike.
Right.
So everybody's at home and they've all been told to stay off the internet for the next half hour.
Yeah, everybody off the internet.
Off.
For this next half an hour. We don't need any lagging. We can see your comments, Sharon, darling. We can see you. You're up on my screen. You are. Oh, it's backwards on here, isn't it?
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's the other way around. It's so confusing.
It is so confusing when you broadcast, when you've got a channel, when you're on TV, when you're on Facebook TV. It's crazy, isn't it? You know what's confusing me? I'm on my laptop right now because we had a bit of a technical. We're having lots of technical fun at the moment. Let's just put it like I'm not letting anything get at my energy, but oh my gosh, when it comes to tech, we've had a lot of technical fun. But every time we have tech faults, we have a massive launch. So I'm taking this as a really good sign. But I'm actually on my laptop right now because the computer wouldn't work. There's a massive big computer behind you guys that wouldn't work. I keep picking up this mouse to try and see things on my laptop, and it's not connected to the laptop.
I've got the same because at the moment I'm working between my brand new laptop and my very old desktop computer, and same as you, I've got two mouses. How are you going to call that when it's for computers? And I'm like, it's not working. And my old mouse has had it's broken now, so I need to get a new one. So I'm on the thingy pad on the laptop, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I'm having a bit of a tech nightmare as well because my manuscript for the book submission is Thursday, and I'm kind of getting very nervous now at this very large Word document that's coming together. So I'm saving it and I'm backing it up. And the other day I had a bit of a wobble because I'm putting it on an external hard drive.
Yeah.
And the laptop wouldn't recognize it. It was like I couldn't find it, and I'm like, okay. What do I do now? So luckily it is still there. So it's now on the computer, but I'm just trying to back it up here and there. But my computer is on its last legs. I've got a new one ready to install, but I just want to get this week over with first before I do it.
Yeah, I get you. I've switched phones this week as well. I'm the same. I've switched from one phone to another phone, and I'm keeping both because there's stuff on the old one, and I mean it's fun, right? It's all
fun. I've got the same problem.
Nick,
Except I've got no excuse because I've had this now for 18 months.
We look like drug dealers. We're not drug dealers. We're
not. They're too expensive for that.
We're just professional business women. We need all of the tech, okay? We just need all of it.
To be fair, I run two businesses, so I've got the other one is the inquiry phone for our fabrications company. So I guess I've got to use it for that as well. So
you have, and you've got lots going on, and you are the organizational queen. You often inspire me to get myself sorted and get myself organized. In terms of like letting people know about audience attraction, like it's difficult for me to ask you questions because this might be, is this the third time that you're joining us on audience attraction?
I think it's the third. Yes, it is. It's the third time. Yeah.
Third
Yeah.
time. And
Yeah.
then we've done chats like this before about it. So I've asked you all the questions before about
I was
it.
actually thinking the one we did last year went so well. It was just so chilled. And so I was like, just show that one instead.
Yeah,
Just show
well,
that one again.
I'll show them all. I'll show them all. I'm
Yeah.
not above showing them all. I will. I'll put them out there for sure. But yeah, I mean, the one kind of thing that's a bit different this year is people are super recognizing the value of the course.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, every year we get a certain amount of people who do, but this year, like, everybody gets it. Like, there's not been one person that's like, I don't want to do it. But there's obviously a block this year over investing. That's the big thing. From my perspective, and I keep telling lots and lots of people this, we are not noticing any difference. In fact, if anything, we've had an increase in sales. So we're not in a position where we can say, yeah, the climate is really difficult, that kind of thing, because we're not, we don't experience that. Like, in terms of if you're interested in audience attraction and you really want to do it, what advice would you give somebody who's in that space, Nick, in terms of investing in themselves?
Well, for me, doing it, and I'll answer Sharon's question at the same time because
Yeah.
I've just noticed that it's like, why are we doing it 3 times? Because for me, the updates each year are worth the investment, because tech changes so quickly, that it's you've got to keep up with it. You don't know when they're going to throw all these changes in. There's just changes happening all the time, so it's to make sure that I'm definitely up to date with all of that. Because talking to a couple of people yesterday, I went to the dentist. So it's such a random thing. I went to the dentist and I was talking all about our worlds, the online space, and all the businesses and all the networks that I'm in, and it was just like they just didn't have a clue what I was talking about. And it made me realize just how much we are invested in this, how much we know about it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to explain to them, like, well, you do this and you do that, and they were just like, didn't take it on board. But they don't run their own business, so
you can't talk.
They don't need to.
Don't try to talk to muggles. They don't understand.
I know. I was still in kind of, the mode that I'm always in, and I just chat, oh yeah, we'll do this and we'll do that, and they were like, how are you making all this happen?
Yeah. But this is the thing, like, you might not realize just how blooming far you've come. Like, you're a multi-passionate entrepreneur with 2 different businesses. You have so much that you offer your clients. You also have a book coming out. Like, it's funny, isn't it? Because we're surrounded by positive relationships and other people who are similar to us, and we have podcasts and we have books and we have events and all. It's almost like so super normal to us now that when you actually step out of that arena, just one step out of that arena and speak to like a normal person off the street, I literally now can walk down the street and have somebody come to me and be like, oh my God, you're Dawn Baxter off Facebook, aren't you? And it's so weird. Remember that time it happened to me in Tesco? Do you remember when I told you about that time that it happened to me in Tesco? Oh my gosh.
No,
it
I don't remember.
It was about maybe a year ago, maybe it was a while ago, so I don't blame you for not remembering. But hi, Alison. Basically, I was in Tesco doing my shop and somebody came up to me and she was like, oh my God, you're that girl off the internet. And I was like, okay. I follow you on everything. I watch you on everything. You're absolutely amazing. Like, you're really, really inspirational. I was stood there. Jack was not behaving. Jack was being really naughty around me. Well, maybe not naughty. I was pretty certain that he spicy brained my darling son. So he was bored. But he wasn't like stood nice or being polite or, like, just like he wasn't on brand, let's say. He weren't on brand at all. Right, and I'm stood there in the middle of Tesco with me shopping, and I swear to God, I'm sure I was holding something embarrassing like toilet paper or cat litter or something.
Not embarrassing. It's practical.
Oh, crazy, absolutely crazy. But
Yeah.
we don't realise, do we? And like as well, in our little group, I think, and I know I'm biased, but I think our audience attraction alumni group is pretty freaking special.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I love being in it. It's just fantastic, and I am so looking forward to seeing everybody in July
Have
as
I
well.
told you how soon yet? Because I think I'm keeping it a secret. I don't think I've told you, have I?
What?
About how many alumni have joined this
No,
year.
I don't know.
A massive amount.
Oh, brilliant.
Nearly all of you are back.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Right. So like a massive amount of people have joined. So like in terms of people who are thinking about coming and joining us this year, I don't think that, I mean, I know this is the last year, so this is the last time you can do it. So of course that's a reason to come and join us anyway.
Yeah.
But in terms of like there's never been a better year. This is the best audience attraction we've ever done.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I decided last year I would do it again. There was no question of it, because I knew that there would be even more for me to learn, and just being part of it as well is for me is worth it.
Yeah.
It is. It's such a special group that you've curated. It's just so wonderful.
Nick. Hey, Joanna. Hello. So, I mean, in terms of like the main thing that people are chatting to me about, because I've been on calls all morning, and the main thing that everybody worries about when it comes to whether to join us or not, and I think maybe I can say 100 times over, this is the result that you'll get. This is the understanding that you'll get. This is the clarity you'll get. But of course, it's my course. So if you're a very savvy person, I mean, if you know me well, you know that I wouldn't BS anyway. But if you don't know me well, you wouldn't know that about me. And everybody online's like, buy my stuff. It's the most amazing stuff, right? So, I mean, in terms of like what people can expect when they invest in audience attraction, for you, what was the best thing about it?
It was just kind of getting down to working out how you present yourself in certain areas online and the differences between them. And I mean, I don't know how much you want to give away, but when you talk about inside visibility and outside visibility, they're very different things. So if you're open to on your Facebook page, which is completely public, you're going to put certain things on there. If you're curating a group, you're going to put very different things on there. And then the differences between maybe going on LinkedIn or maybe going on Instagram, and just using every single social media platform that you're on, and knowing that you can't be on them all as well. But knowing how to leverage each one of them slightly differently is key. I think that's probably the best part of it that I've taken from it. Just kind of how to present yourself, and
that makes me so happy.
I'm starting to use my Facebook page more now as well, because I've been kind of seeing that like a trend changing slightly with those again, kind of people going back to using pages again, which is brilliant news, because I used to love running my page, and then I kind of like changed my business, pivoted, and wasn't sure if I was going to carry on with it or not, but I'm glad I have now. Yeah, it's great.
The buying behaviours have changed again. The online, just normal behaviours have changed again. Hi, Annie. What's really been quite interesting for me is that when we chat to people about audience attraction, quite often it is a massive surprise to them what is available to them just one step further than their current understanding. So to give you kind of like some insight as to what I mean about that, is that when we talk about insights and understanding your insights and then changing your content to fit what the data is showing you, your normal business owner would never know that. They would never know how to do that. That's social media manager level stuff that we're teaching to you guys, so that you can always be fully aware of what's available to you.
Yeah.
The other thing is, last year we took on a bunch of new clients for our social media management, and we had to kind of train them how to be a social media management client. Like, we had to train them that they would get a report, and we had to train them that what we were looking for was these key areas of engagement, these key performance indicators that they could actually use that would inform what products they brought out and their overall strategy and everything. And sometimes I look at audience attraction because I've run it so many times now, and I've updated it every single year. And we rave about it. We absolutely love it. It's the best signature course that we have. I kind of just expect everybody to know this stuff, and it's funny because people still do not know this stuff.
The curse of knowledge.
The curse of knowledge.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Like, oh, this will be really boring for people. It's not boring for people. This is like a massive thing in terms of like really understanding exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
And of course, that's why I do that general advice exercise in my masterclass every single year, because if you were to go off the level of advice that you can get for free online as to what you're supposed to do, you will never make your business work.
No. And the other thing about audience attraction, and also going back to why am I doing it again, it is such a comprehensive course training, whatever you want to call it. It is so comprehensive. And I know I can always go back to, my previous trainings and things, but there's always bits that I've missed. So I'm thinking, right, well, I'll pick them up the next time. But having the live element as well, having the calls again, having the accountability again, which is massive for me, makes it all the more worthwhile. And there is so much. I know there's still bits of it that I haven't implemented because it's such a comprehensive kind of system. Yeah. And I can't think of what it doesn't cover. I mean, you've covered so much in it that I'm like,
it doesn't cover this year. Bloody hell! It covers the whole shebang. The big challenge for me this year was, babe, with writing it, keeping the modules to an hour.
Yes, I can understand that. Yeah,
that was the hard bit this time.
I know. I do kind of remember coming off calls going, "Ooh, okay."
Yeah. Down into bite-sized chunks so they're not overwhelming, but keeping them under an hour was tough because I think essentially as business owners, especially for us now, we are interacting with businesses like yourself who are getting somewhere in the region of about 70 to 90% of their leads online. Now, I know with the Fabs business, that's different.
It's a lot different, but I still use... for the Fabs business, which is we make gates and railings, like wrought iron style gates and railings for the Northwest and beyond. Just thought I'd get that. But I've kind of leveraged Google My Business using similar kind of messaging with regards to you can put posts on there and you can respond to reviews and all of that. And it is another part of being visible for the Fabs. Yeah, we get a few inquiries from social media. We're getting a lot through LinkedIn, actually. We're getting a lot of stuff through LinkedIn and making a lot of contacts as well with potential suppliers. But that's all down to the posts that go on there. If we weren't posting on there, we wouldn't be getting them. And we're finding better suppliers now that are coming through that are offering us better deals and better quality products. Yeah. So we still use it for that. It's just the focus isn't necessarily on Facebook and Instagram anymore. It's LinkedIn and then optimizing Google as best we can.
Yeah, so, but the great thing about it is, like you say, the messaging that you have kind of cultivated, it works across all of it, right? So it's not a difficulty in figuring out what to say or how you want to present, because it's all uniformed in some way. Although it's bespoke to you, it's completely unique to you.
Yeah.
Which is the best way. That's why I like audience attraction is my favorite thing, because I think out of all of the courses that I know of that will teach you social, it's like do A, B, C, do 1, 2, 3, do this, and everybody follows the exact same, like a choreographed thing, which it doesn't work. it doesn't work for you to be able to truly connect with real people and build genuine connections. And like you're saying, maybe it's not a customer, maybe it's a collaborator or a supplier or somebody who an opportunity will come through. There's like your ideal client customer in the bullseye, isn't there? And then there's a spectrum of other great opportunities for your business on the outside of that. And it just teaches you how to tap into all of those things.
Yeah, that's what I focus on sometimes, when, because you've gone through the bullseye, who's your ideal customer, but there's all these other people around it as well. And it's like you said, it's just making sure that the messaging is right. So you're talking to that person right in the middle, but all these other people are hearing it as well. And some of it will resonate, some of it won't. But ultimately, you've then got your perfect messaging. It's great.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you're joining us again. I'm super excited for the party. I'm super excited for Content Camp. But I think it feels really special this year because we know that we're not doing it again and this is the last one live.
Yeah.
Like, I think it just feels super, super special that the people who have done it regularly, that have been alumni, that have done it more than once, that know it, that love it, that are like just so kind of invested in what it's been for them and what it's been part of their business. It feels truly like a really special thing. And Alison said, you know, she comes back because she feels like it's keeping business messaging fresh.
Yeah.
But every single year we go over the fundamental things. There are some things that will never change, but we always update and we always add more in. And one of the things that people have been really excited about this time, as well as obviously the unpurchasable bonuses like the Content Camp and the party, but is the Chat GPT module that is going to be included, because everyone's talking about Chat GPT right now.
Yeah, I've had a go on it. It's I was impressed, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously, you've got to do your due diligence with your answers and double check everything. But some of the search terms, I was like thinking, well, what would people type? What would be there? I've put it to one side for now. But I'm look forward to picking it back up again when you do the module, because I kind of thought, I'm not sure how to use this properly, but I'm very excited about it.
Well, this is it. It's very, very new. It's very, very wonderful. From our point of view, from marketeers, because we do so much market research, because so much of what we do is about data, it's really helpful. It's a really great resource and tool to help us basically figure out resource. And that's where we're going to teach you how to use it in multiple different ways for your market research, so that you know what it is that you can use it for in that way. But we're also going to show you how to use it so that it can support you with captions, so it can support you with blogs, so it can support you with titles for your emails, all different types of visibility. And that's just the tech stuff. That's just a copy. We also, oh, hi, don't worry. It's fine that you're late, darling. Who is it, though? I can't see who it is. It just says Jay. Let us know.
Jane B. I can only see a few things on here. For some reason, I can only see a few messages.
Oh, it's hiding. Facebook's being a bit dodgy, isn't it, at the moment? So yes, I'm really looking forward to showing that, but also how you can use it in video, because the main thing that I get all the time now is that, oh, I know I need to be doing more video content. I know I need to be doing more reels, or I know I need to be doing more TikToks, or I need to be showing up live and all the rest of it. But there's a way to use artificial intelligence to actually create video with people in. And I mean, I'm not going to be able to teach you this in 2023. I might have to bring out another artificial intelligent course in the future. But have you seen like the deep fakers on TikTok? Have you seen those videos that are like people who, oh my gosh, Nick, I need to send you a link. So like, there's a guy who's not Tom Cruise, but with AI has manipulated a filter. He looks similar to Tom anyway. He's got the same frame. You know what I mean? He's very close anyway.
Yeah.
It is mental, Sharon.
Yeah.
But he can, with a filter, record himself and sound and look like Tom Cruise. It's called deep faking, right? So in theory, like, that technology would allow somebody similar build to me, who perhaps was more confident with presenting. I'm quite confident with presenting anyway, but say for the exercise I wasn't, I could find somebody who's a similar frame to me, and they could record themselves with my face, and they could actually create the video for me. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bonkers.
It's scary as well.
It's a bit scary. It is a bit scary. You know what's really funny about it, though, is that it's something that we need to be aware of, because as people who
Definitely.
are consuming the content, we need to know that not everything might be as it actually seems. And this is one of the reasons why I'm going to show you it. I'm not going to show you it because I'm going to say, here, go away, go use it. Obviously, do use it if it's helpful and you feel comfortable with it. But more importantly, be aware of it.
Definitely.
Like, be aware of it. As
I wasn't aware of that, so that's me learning already.
I will get one of my girls to find the deep fake of Tom Cruise on TikTok, and I'll put it in the free group today, so everybody can see. It's like it's a whole thing. And I think if I'm right, I'm not sure whether this is fake news or real news, but you know, oh gosh, the Die Hard actor. What's the Die Hard actor's name now?
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, that's him. He's not very well at the moment.
No.
And I believe he might be the first Hollywood star who has sold the rights to his appearance to a deep fake artist, so that the deep fake artists can perform in movies as Bruce Willis when he's no longer here.
I didn't see this coming at all.
I need a mic. I need a mic so I can drop it. But this is the thing, you see, because we're so totally in the industry, we're so totally in the world of it all. We hear about these things quite early on in their infancy. So our artificial intelligent module, it's not just going to inform you like in one way. There's multifaceted reasons why you need to know this stuff, why it's really important for us as business owners to be totally aware of this stuff. Because I mean, just from like a real small potential, we could be sat on a video call with somebody and not actually be sat on a video call with that person, right?
Yeah.
So things are going to change in the industry, and we need to be aware of them. And some of these things are 5 years away. Some of these things are 10 years away. I've seen this in the newer Star Wars characters. Yes, it is. It's, I mean, it's kind of like Hollywood level right now. It's not accessible to everybody. But I mean, we've all seen filters on Snapchat and TikTok. We know the power of a filter, how well they work, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a very similar kind of idea.
I think it's just kind of bracing ourselves as well for the next few years.
We will get used to it like we do with everything. And don't worry, I will be here with you to it all. But I mean, this is why it's so exciting for me to be able to offer this particular module. It's like the ABBA thing down in London. Oh, I don't like ABBA. I don't like ABBA. I'm sorry. Please.
I know somebody went to see that and they were just amazed,
just blown away.
Yeah, completely.
I mean, you can have to be at the wrong concert, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. I'm struggling a bit now with thinking like, what have we just talked about?
I've blown your mind already, and the course hasn't even started yet.
Oh dear, that's things crazy. Are changing,
but that's why it's so exciting to be able to present that to you, because it's brand spanking new. I don't think anyone even no one really liked them at the time. The fan came later. Well, this is a funny thing, isn't it? Sometimes that can happen. I
grew up having to listen to them, so I just got kind of used to it. So
it was funny because I can't remember what it was, but the other day, my husband, I said something about a song, and he was like, "Oh, that's ABBA." And I was like, "No, it's not." And I can't remember if it was Steps or S Club 7. It might have been Steps. I was like, "No, it's not ABBA, it's Steps." And then when I listened to it, I was like, "It sounds like ABBA." Like they totally ripped ABBA off a bit, and it was funny.
Well, they did an ABBA song. I'm sure one of them did.
Yeah,
sure it was
Tragedy, didn't they? But it wasn't that one that was playing.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It was a different one. So it was like it was just one of their original songs, and he was like, I'm sure this is ABBA. It wasn't, but they totally made themselves sound like ABBA. Anyway, that's by the way. This was like just randomly talking about stuff. So yeah, but I mean that's exciting. It's good for me to be able to offer that, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. That's going to be a lot of fun.
You blow my mind with that. I don't know. I try and keep things real as well, and I'm like,
Oh, but this is exactly the thing. You see, this is one of the reasons why it was in the masterclass last night. Guys, if you're watching, if you haven't watched the masterclass, please do check your emails. In fact, I'll put the link to the rewatch in the group as well this afternoon. I don't know if we've done that yet. We can do that. That's no problem. Because being authentic is where it's going to be at, and it's only going to get more, because if you can be genuine and real online, we're going to see a rise of fake. We're going to see a rise of people who are using the AI to write their captions completely. You know, who are going to be using all this fake stuff. So if you can be actually a real person and genuine, you are going to shine in comparison to like how things are 2 years ago to now. So it's a massive, massive thing. It's really good for us, really, really good for us to be aware of it, just so that we can recalibrate how we're going to show up, so that we show up in our authentic way. So that if you're thinking about the AI stuff and it's like, oh my God, that blows my mind, I don't like it, we can be making sure that we're not showing up that way. We're showing up uniquely as us, because that's exactly what our people want to see.
Yeah, just getting the best out of it though as well. But like you said, being authentic as well is for me is key. It's one of my core values. Authenticity. So that's what I have to stick with, and that's what I want to stick with. I'm just sorry. I'm still like, what? I know we're like a few minutes on from that now, but I'm still feeling like, what on earth is happening?
Crazy times. I'll put the video in the group so we can have a giggle after it. So in terms of like the investment that you've put into audience attraction over the last few years, has it been worth it?
Return on investment, yes, definitely. We've smashed our targets for last year for the fabrications company.
Yes.
In fact, I think I was on the retreat with you last year when I got the phone call to where it said we've hit it.
Oh yes, you were. Of course you were. Yes.
Which was just fantastic. And now that the dynamics are changing again this year, and I'm finally launching Plate Spinning Academy fully, we're throwing like loads of stuff out this year. It's going to be kind of really important that I stick to this format and make sure that I'm doing everything that I need to do. And I know I've not been doing it lately, but the plan is there. I've taken what you've kind of done, and I've thrown it all in, because I live in Excel.
Yeah.
So I've got a spreadsheet. That's got like all my kind of content plans in, and I'll just give you a very quick, so you don't see it. So it looks like that.
Woo, look at that. Color coded and everything. I love it.
Color coded, yeah. So that for me works really, really well. But that's kind of based along some stuff that you were doing in one of the modules. I was like, I like that. I'm going to take that. I'm going to tweak it for how my brain prefers it to be. And that, if I couldn't be managing without that right now, that's what's keeping me organized right now as far as content planning goes. And I've got a few other bits, like I've got captions written, I've got them in Word documents, I've got them all dated, I've just got to actually get them on and scheduled now. And it's, for me, my health's been like kicking me every time. But if I'd have had the stuff in place, wouldn't have been a problem, but I hadn't got it in place. So I'm finally on it now. I'm finally on it. But there's really so much to do.
Because like there is so much to do, but you have this beautiful way of taking all the good stuff that's right for you and turning it into something that's even better in your way. So you're like a perfect example of my ideal client, because, you know, when I present to you guys, I give you an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yep.
But then I ask you to pick your own plate based on what suits you.
Yeah.
So that you come away with something, and no two people come away with the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But they come away with what they need, what they want, which works for them and their business, which is the most important factor for me.
Yeah. And I've added some extra ingredients in for me, just so I've got it just right. It works.
Love it. That's wonderful. All right. Does anybody have any questions? I love an all-you-can-eat buffet. We love an all-you-can-eat buffet. If you've got any questions, do ask them now, because I'm going to let gorgeous Nick go very, very soon. We've got a full afternoon of calls with people. Exciting. So please do keep an eye out in the group for celebrations, because lots of people are being celebrated today who have joined. But Nick, if there was somebody sat on the fence who's thinking about joining but isn't quite sure or worried, what would you say to them? What's your advice for them?
Well, obviously it's their decision, but my business model and strategy is very, very different from when I first started Audience Attraction, and I couldn't do without it now. And I'm going to be absolutely gutted next year when it's not running. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself next year, because I'm going to be like, there's something missing. There's something missing. What I've done. I can't put my finger on it.
Why is March and April so quiet?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those amazing things. I'm not saying that there won't be something, but I just can't do this particular one, because it's going to get overwhelming, and I love blowing your brain a little bit, but I refuse to overwhelm you and make things more difficult. My job is the polar opposite of that. And Sharon probably won't mind me mentioning that her kind of concern was that it would be a bit much. And what I've always tried to achieve with Audience Attraction is that obviously we'll encourage you to come live, we'll encourage you to come so you can ask questions, but we always record the session. It always goes into your training suite. You get forever access. I mean, if you remember, we had an Australian lady, not last year but the year before, who could never make the lives because they were just at a bad time, even though we did them in the evenings back then. She couldn't make them, so she used to watch them in the middle of the night, and we'd always wake up to stuff in the group, you know, like in the morning. And that's cool. Like, if you want to do that, or if you're working around other things, you want to dip in. Ruth says that she dips into hers many times, which is
I have done. I've done it as well. I'm trying to kind of like, which one was it that she talked about that thing, and then going back to find it. And it's like having a catalogue there.
Yes.
And your very own training manual, and then you just go back, like you said, dip into it.
Yeah.
And as and when you need it. I mean, it's great to turn up to the live sessions, but even if you don't, the group's fabulous as well, very supportive. And I think if I was coming onto it for the first time, I would be signing up, because knowing as well that you're not going to be running it again next year, it's for me, it would be too good an opportunity to miss. Definitely.
Well, no, you're so amazing. You did sign up, and now you've signed up multiple times since.
Yeah, and also to get the 2 content days as well.
Oh yeah.
Which is that on its own's worth the investment, because I've not found anywhere else that you can get it for less than that. So to have that is fantastic, and then all the training that goes with it. Yes, there's a lot to go through, but just do it at your own pace. Refer back to it when you need to, which, as I say, I've done that quite a lot of times now, and you just know that it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
So
the other thing is as well, I always forget to mention this, so I kind of made a mental note to mention it this time. We don't have 700, 800, 900 people on this course ever. I limit the spaces. So once we hit a certain number, we cut it off. And that's because in this particular course, when you do group programs, usually your connection to the host is, well, it's quite low, isn't it? Like you get to ask questions in a Q&A if you get picked out, you don't get the opportunity. But with this one, you get access to me. You get access to me in the free
Yes.
group. You get access to me in the live sessions. We are going to have a chat feature as well. So everybody who has enjoyed the Relax and Attract chat group, we will have that as well. So there's lots of different ways for us to keep in touch, lots of different ways for you to have direct access to me and my support and my advice throughout the course. And I think that's still quite rare. Like, not many people now, the group courses, do it that way, because it is like almost like a hybrid.
Yeah, I've got certain parts of the internet, certain parts of Facebook where I spend my time. They're always smaller groups because I just get more out of them, and you nurture those relationships and those connections so much better than being in. I'm in a couple of big memberships as well. The difference, you can tell the difference between the vibe, but the smaller courses and the smaller memberships for me are where the magic happens. Definitely. So Sharon, still personal, because I'm quite picky about that now. When I kind of first came into all the online space kind of a little while back, I was like, yeah, I'll take it all on board. And now it's like, no, let's kind of focus more on, these smaller groups, and that's where I'm making my business friendships and personal friendships, of course, because you're just down the road.
I'm just down the road. What people don't know is that Nick saved my bacon recently. Nick came and saved my life.
Yeah.
One of my mastermind situations, the mentorship with Abby and Fran, Nick was in that, and it was amazing. We'd done 12 months together. We were doing like a final party of the last cohort. And I really wanted to take, because people were coming up to the studio and we were having like workshop days and we were doing work together up here, which was great. But I really wanted to take the girls through Blackpool Lights.
Yeah.
And could not for the life of me find an opportunity to get them through the lights, because all of the like limos or pink limos, because it was in December, were either fully booked or they were ridiculously priced.
Yeah.
They were like £5,000 and £6,000 for an hour, some of them. It was just mental. Anyway, because our Nick's just down the road and she's got a lovely big van car. What do you call it, Nick? What is it?
Minibus, a 9-seater minibus.
Of course, it's a minibus, a van car. What do you call a van car? It's a minibus. Of course, it's a minibus. What am I going on about?
I don't know.
I really like
it's got my minibus. It used to be a taxi. It did used to be a taxi, so it was perfect. So we took them on a little adventure, didn't we?
We did. You came and you played chauffeur beautifully. We took them through the lights, didn't we? We delighted them, because a lot of the people that were on the mentorship were from down south or from right up north. So yeah, it was really, really funny. Oh my god,
Van car.
That's gonna be one of the quotes. I already know now. Natalie will be looking for the timestamp of this video to turn that into a reel.
Yeah.
What's a van car? A van car. Yes, it's a minibus, Dawn. I've had coffee as well. I've had coffee.
Yeah, it's all right. It's it's fine.
But yeah, you did. You came and saved my life, didn't you, babe?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a lovely evening. That
it was, and I'm really excited because for me, I know I keep going on about the party, but there's not been many opportunities for me. And we're all in these amazing communities online, and some of them are bigger and some of them are smaller, and some of the masterminds might be a little bit smaller, but some of the memberships might be a bit bigger or whatever. But I find it's just something really special for me being able to invite people up here and being able to invite people to live in. So for us to be the people that are throwing a party and inviting our people to come and have a party with us feels really fresh, really new, really exciting, and the start of like a new era for us. And me and the girls are just super excited. We're already talking about going and finding our frocks and what we're going to wear and everything. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I think we'll have a really good night.
Yeah, because your studio is fantastic. I've got studio envy.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
I'm looking forward to coming, definitely, because it's lovely Lytham as well. Beautiful place as well, especially in summer. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be so good.
And sit out on the green, because you're not far from you're literally like a minute's walk from the
green,
from the seaside, from the coast.
Yeah, we're literally right on the beach, pretty much.
Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to that. Definitely. I'll bring my van car.
Sharon's worried about what she'd wear, and she's not even joined. I think Sharon's going to join us, and I don't think you need to worry about what you're going to wear, babe. You don't have to worry about what you're going to wear.
I'll probably be wearing jeans and a nice top.
Yeah, we do that, don't we? We do a nice top quite regular, and you can bring your van car.
You can have a turtle round in it, and
you can have a turtle round in the van car. Technically, the lights will be on. So
July.
Yeah, they're very rarely off now. So season in Blackpool starts in April. It's meant to finish in. Oh no! Wait a minute.
No, I think it's August. I think it's end of August they go on.
Yeah, they won't be on. They won't be on. They keep them. It'll be actually the one time they're not on, because they've kept them on until kind of now, and then they've gone off again, and then they'll come on again later on in the year.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's it now. It's there's no such thing as a minibus. It's a van car.
You do me a little vinyl decal for the back of it.
Yeah, I can do you something. I can do you something through Merch Manager. I'm sure we get you a little sticker that says "This is your van car."
Oh dear.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining me today, darling. I really do appreciate you taking the time. I'm sure everybody has loved listening to us waffle on again. The last thing I'm going to ask is, like, in terms of like audience attraction, what's your most favorite part of it? What's your best bits?
Apart from the in person, of course. Just what was it I said before?
You said you liked the difference between
the learning about the different pillars of your content and how that fits in with your inside and outside visibility. Because the way my brain works is I like rows and columns and things, so I kind of go, right, well, these are my pillars, and this is the type of content to put on, because you've got your topics that you talk about, you've got your type of content, whether it's funny, whether it's an educational, whether it's kind of other bits and pieces. I'm putting it all together in like this matrix that my brain loves. And going right, and that right in the middle, that's what I do. That's the golden nugget there. So pulling all of that together, for me, from the trainings that you do, is one of my favorite parts. All of it, to be honest, all of it.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're with us again this year and that we're doing it together for the final time.
I couldn't not do it, to be honest. I do no, it's happening.
It feels really special, and I'm so glad to have you. Thank you so much. And if you've enjoyed watching this and you're jumping off the fence and joining us, go and press the button, because we want to celebrate you in the free group, and that's all I'll say.
I'm looking forward to meeting everybody as well who I don't know, because there's quite a few new names.
There's new names, well, and new names that have joined already. So brilliant. When I say that you want to be in this room for the content couple of days and the party, I really mean it. The women that have joined this year, I mean, don't get me wrong, I adore you all. It's been great every year, but this is bigger and better than ever. The people who are going to be in that room this year, you want to be in that room with them, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm in the room with them, and I will be. I'm so excited. All right, my darling, thank you so much for joining us. If anybody has any questions, please do let us know in the group. We're here all week to support you, and just have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.